Rumble.
Here we go again with yet another goddamn 4-hour pay-per-view event that's not WrestleMania. And isn't it ironic that this 4-hour show was almost as bad as the previous Survivor Series and SummerSlam events that were also 4 hours? Here's my advice for the future, guys. Any 4-hour show that's not WrestleMania is likely gonna suck. And add in the 4-sin penalty too for this stupid idea. The tagline for the Royal Rumble is Remember the Rumble, and the only thing it's going to be remembered for, honestly, is the fact that it's battling the 2015 event for first position under the Worst Rumble Ever category. Also, the main theme song to this event is Blow Your Mind, and not once in this event did I get mind blown, not in any of the title matches or the Royal Rumble match itself. After many years of having only WrestleMania take place in stadiums, it honestly feels a little weird to see a stadium for a Royal Rumble event, despite the fact that this isn't the first time it ever happened.
Will main event WrestleMania!
Unless Goldberg vs. Brock Lesnar is the main event of WrestleMania, then the Rumble winner doesn't main event WrestleMania. I'm sure I'm not the only one that thinks it would suck if we were seated at this far distance from the ring. Wait a minute, we are in a stadium, right? For an event that's almost as big as WrestleMania? So why is the stage set up like it's your average WWE Raw episode? Whatever happened to creativity? I swear WrestleMania stage better be creative. 9 minutes in, don't care what the obvious #1 trend is.
1992, the only time the WWE Championship was up for grabs.
Michael, the WWE Championship was up for grabs twice in the Royal Rumble match, last time being last year. Did you somehow forget that? Hey look, it's that one move where Bayley's hands bounce off the floor and she can have a joyride. Charlotte wasting precious time monologuing to the crowd. That's the villain's biggest weakness.
Bayley's certainly not the athlete.
So Bayley just wasted nearly 30 seconds to climb to the top rope, all just to fall back down and continue her assault on Charlotte. Wow.
For Charlotte, moonsault!
Bayley lifted her knees up, but they didn't even connect with Charlotte at all, who succeeded in connecting the moonsault. And yet it's Bayley taking advantage despite her miss.
Bayley gonna steal one here!
Why does Michael Cole always refer to pinning someone as stealing the victory? Because that makes no sense unless Bayley is cheating, which she obviously wasn't. I knew I shouldn't have said I earned this title match because it's my dream, which never made sense face. If this match between Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns was set to no disqualification, then what was the point of putting Chris Jericho inside a shark cage? If the match is no disqualification, if Chris interferes, it's 100% legal and thus doesn't qualify as cheating. Adding a no disqualification stipulation pretty much made the shark cage pointless. Who gives a shit about Hulu? I can't wait to piss off all these fans by entering at number 30 later tonight face. Whoa, what the fuck? First you're advertising Hulu, which is a movies and TV show site. Now you're advertising Vudu, which sounds almost like a knockoff of Hulu. New phrase, to hell with Voodoo.
I admit I'm a little concerned about Chris Jericho's safety. Okay, I just lied.
Byron Saxton is an asshole.
Grader gets locked way up in the...
Pre-match assault.
Big enough gasket?
Roman's high five. Hey, at least Chris has a good view of the action going on outside in the crowd from his position. Nearly 2 minutes of chair decorating. After nearly 7 minutes of competition, I had actually forgotten that Chris was inside a shark cage above the ring. Is it embarrassing that I actually forgot?
Oh, it's shoulder first!
Normally the commentators screw up by saying that the wrestler went head first into the post when they actually went shoulder first. Now that Kevin Owens clearly went head first into the ring post, Michael says he went shoulder first.
One cannonball into the barricade.
Kevin Owens does this way too often, and it always gets countered too. So why does he even bother to do Roman's taunt if it always fails? Alright, sure. Let's remove a sin or two. I can't live without you. Don't die on me, Roman. Please, God. No! After what had happened with Paul Ellering helping out the authors of Pain while in a shark cage, why didn't the referee at least check Chris for weapons before he was put into the cage?
Never ends between these two. This is nonsense.
Apparently doing something 100% legal and helping out your best friend is nonsense. Byron is perhaps the worst commentator next to David Otunga. They should literally be called the ass-kissing team. Brass copyright infringement.
Owens caught him.
That stunner may not have been as effective as the one Stone Cold Steve Austin delivers, but it was still awesome and looked very effective as well. Remove another sin. That one moment when I completely forgot that there was a stack of chairs on the outside of the ring. Just like earlier when I forgot that Chris Jericho was in the shark cage. Am I suffering from short-term memory loss or something? Kevin Owens has motherfucking balls to go through a pile of freaking chairs like that. I am removing 7 sins for 7 chairs that he went through.
What the hell? Oh my God, who the hell?
Well, as usual, someone has to arrive just to ruin the fun. Haha, the table didn't break. Victory due to outside interference is always a sin. I just lost the title match. I'm tired. Good night. Wake me when number 30 to the Royal Rumble is open.
Let's start now with 30 through 15.
Nope. Skip. Also, there's literally a 15-minute gap between the previous match and the entrances for the next match. Found one reason to why this event is 4 hours long. Tumbler with multiple colored balls, eh? Considering it's mainly SmackDown and Raw competing in the Rumble, how about they just have red and blue balls inside the tumbler, and a wrestler from that specific show can only choose their colors? Sounds a lot more fun to me.
Some of these are dented.
Sami Zayn complaining about dented balls. Oh.
8.
Well, thanks for the spoiler alert, dumb shit.
Wait, no, wait. It's upside down. 8.
Wah, wah.
Well, there'll be a total of 30 men entering.
Oh my god, Morrow. You're such a genius. I would never have figured that out myself. Ladies and gentlemen, the Royal Rumble show has been halted for the next half hour. Instead, it's time to watch WWE Cruiserweight, complete with purple ropes and tattooed ring canvas. Heard it's a decent show. Jeez, the fuck's your problem? There's a difference between serious and downright psycho.
Displayed. You said, Austin.
10 chance during countouts, and Ty Dillinger is not a part of this match. You know what this means, right? Activate the 10-sin penalty.
Story 2.
The referee is telling Neville to break the hold even though the hold was broken for about 5 seconds, and Neville's keeping his distance too. Meanwhile, at this far side of the stadium. Oh! Well shit, I'm removing 3 sins. That was picture perfect.
Quick, another kick and wow!
And another sin remove. Looks like the cruiserweights are finally starting to be entertaining again like they once were.
Impact, back press, hook, Salagan!
Whether Neville put his foot on the rope or not doesn't change the fact that his hand was underneath the rope this whole time, and thus the pinfall should never have counted for anything in the first place. Rosa tweets, "This championship is back to just being the WWE Championship like it always should have been, yet the title graphics still say WWE World Champion."
Royal Rumble is presented by...
Skip!
Who would like to be announced as the face that runs the place?
We're seriously still saying who would like to be announced as the face that runs the place? If you're gonna do that, just say the face that runs the place.
He won his 15th WWE Championship. That was in 2015.
That was in 2014, you stupid dumbass.
What do you look for early out of John Cena?
At least a 10 to 15 minute beatdown as he normally goes through.
The guy's bulletproof.
Okay.
Forearm smash by AJ.
Haha, you missed.
He said he's going to beat up John Cena. He said he's going to defeat AJ.
AJ said that he was gonna defeat AJ? How does someone beat themselves in WWE? Because even John Cena can't come up with a reasonable excuse like that.
John Cena. And
Copyright infringement. Not only do you hear John telling AJ, "Here we go," but we get a close-up of a conversation during the match.
you may not get to see it.
JBL just said, "You may not can see it," which makes no sense at all. It'd make more sense if he said, "You can't see it," or "You may not be able to see it," but "You may not can see it" makes absolutely 0 sense. What an asshole show-off. We get it. You're ripped. Big deal. We've known that for over 10 years. You're not any more ripped than you were before. Also, nearly 2 minutes of John showing off his ripped physique and delivering clotheslines, and repeat.
AJ Styles has blocked every punch with his face.
Fucking what? JBL's way of saying AJ got hit by John's punches is he blocked it with his face? Sounds like something my old bandmates used to say.
Oh!
We interrupt the 2017 Royal Rumble to bring you the 2014 Royal Rumble.
Oh!
It's just because he's going for the 16th world title, isn't it? Jeez, at least Ric Flair used his own submission for them.
And what does the WWE title mean to John Cena?
What kind of question is that?
Oh!
Doesn't matter how many times I've seen that. That is fucking awesome, especially considering John's the larger of the two. Double sin remover. Alright, now we're getting to the point of kicking out of way too many finishers here.
The message Cena!
The way this match ended was so great in so many ways that I'm deducting 10 sins. These two once again put on a very awesome match. And I'll give John his 16th world title reign moment by deducting another sin, just because I know he earned this one. Don't have to like John Cena, but I respect his abilities and what he does. Referee hugging. See this right here? This is more reasons why I respect John Cena, for what he does for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Can't get any better than that. Previously on WWE. Great to have Jerry Lawler on commentary for this match. Welcome back, even if it's a one-time only thing. Hey, isn't that the same place where a major protest broke out after the 2015 Royal Rumble ended? Why would you go back to Philadelphia so soon after a time like that? As a matter of fact, why are WWE pay-per-view events returning to places that they were at less than 5 years previous? First WrestleMania 34 and now this? This sin is directed to all those fans who told me that Goldberg and Brock Lesnar would be starting this match and even demanded me to admit it as if they were holding me at gunpoint. What am I supposed to admit now, huh? Also, what do you bet they had Big Cass enter at number 1 just so he and Enzo Amore could have a 5-minute long promo and try to extend this event to the 4-hour mark like they wanted? Before, the commentators just told us the rules as if we were retarded. Now they show it to us as if we're deaf, too. Brilliant! Also, what do you bet they returned the time leap between entrance to its original 2 minutes instead of a minute and a half as another way to make this event go to 4 hours?
Cass and Jericho sizing each other up.
Cass and Jericho sizing each other up? Guess who wins in that contest every time?
This year's Royal Rumble match, there are so...
Chris Jericho is an idiot. Okay, maybe this long ramp wasn't exactly the best idea. Now the wrestlers are going to be out of breath by the time they make it to the ring.
Big Cass.
Wait, I thought it was every 2 minutes until the next entrant. It's only been 75 seconds.
Offensive style.
Mojo Rawley clearly missed Chris right there. I admit, I was a little shocked by this sudden surprise entrant. We actually have a cruiserweight competing in a non-cruiserweight match. Alright, I'll remove us in for that.
For Jack Gallagher, guys, because it was...
To anyone that's told me that weapons aren't allowed in the Royal Rumble match anymore, what do you got to say about this? The umbrella is clearly a weapon.
Royal Rumble match of his career.
For anyone that doesn't know this, from what I was told, there's a guy driving a cart down that aisleway as a way of transporting wrestlers to the ring quicker. But my question is, what's the problem with that cart being shown on camera? It's not embarrassing.
Has taken out many a superstar.
Mark, it's supposed to be over the top, not through the rope. I think I now know why WWE spoiled Sami Zayn's entrant number earlier on this show.
Every time I see Braun Strowman, I wonder where he...
Chris Jericho is the smartest guy in this match. I would have done that too. Cass was not even hit by Kalisto when he went flying, so he just fell down because he likes falling down. Braun Strowman versus The Big Show in a battle of the beards. I'm excited and hoping who's entering at number 10 too, but counting 10 with every second in the countdown really ruins the awesome hype of the 10-second countdown. I'll let the penalty slide for now because of the upcoming number, so it's just one sin. Happy now? Ty Dillinger, the perfect 10, entering at number 10. Irony. Also, sure, who among us did not see this coming? Seriously, who? Also, this was a lose-lose situation to me, because if Ty entered at number 10, it'd be quite the predictable entrant. And if he didn't enter at number 10, the fans would whine and cry like little brats again. But alright, only because you guys begged me to. I'll deduct a sin, not because Ty entered at number 10, that will never get a sin remover. The sin remover goes to the fact that it's so great to see Ty at the Royal Rumble match, and because he's the only surprise entrant in this match next to Jack Gallagher. As much as I despise James Ellsworth, I gotta admit that he's smart by not entering the ring at a time like this. But we've already seen the situation with Chris Jericho, so doing this twice gets sinned.
This is the earliest Dean Ambrose has ever entered the Royal Rumble.
Apparently number 12 is the earliest Dean Ambrose has ever entered the Royal Rumble, because he definitely did not enter at number 11 in 2014, which is a lower number than 12. Unless, of course, I wasn't paying attention in math, and 11 may actually be the number after 12 or something. Okay, I'll definitely remove his sin, because even though James is just flat out stupid, he's got balls to take a nasty fall like that. Damn. Got your beard! I'm removing another 2 sins because I am very impressed with Baron Corbin eliminating Braun Strowman with a single clothesline, despite the fact that Braun was already dazed and prepped for the elimination by Dean and Sammy. Whoever's the owner of that pink sign, it's upside down.
And now Baron Corbin blast.
His name's Baron Corbin, not Baron Corman.
Confidence now in Corbin after
Does Michael even realize he's saying Corman instead of Corbin?
the Royal Rumble match. There's the Skull Crush.
Skull Botchin' finale. Kofi Kingston realizes that Baron is easily watching him on the top rope, so instead of jumping at Baron or getting back down, Kofi decides to climb back onto the freaking ring post, thus giving him a better chance of being eliminated.
Kofi Kingston. Oh my God!
Kofi risks getting impaled by the ring post just to give a I'm still in the match moment. And to be honest, this moment was not really as impressive as the other things he's done.
2012 won the Royal.
The Miz was already falling before Sheamus could connect with a double axe handle. Even though it's just me coming out. Well, somebody obviously is a huge fan of that dreadful Cody Rhodes and his plastic mask storyline.
Ring beginning to fill up.
Only now does Michael Cole say that the ring is beginning to fill up when it's already been filled up for a long while. When many see Bray Wyatt have a stare down with Xavier Woods, they think of the fights the New Day had with the Wyatt family. But whenever I see it, all I remember is the stupid ripoff of the final deletion that those two stables had.
What? And now Sheamus into...
Entire tag team / stable is eliminated from the Royal Rumble at the same time, cliche.
Look at this!
Wrestler tries to eliminate his own partner, cliche.
The 9 Royal...
The graphics for Randy Orton's entrance come on a little too late.
Number 23 position. There have been 3 winners from this spot.
From number 23? No, there wasn't. That would be the number 24 spot, because before Randy wins this match, only Lex Luger won the Royal Rumble match from number 23.
Corbin. Oh! RKO! Look out! RKO! Top rope.
Another RKO Rampage, another 3 sins removed.
Perhaps he thought his family turned his back on him.
Even though all Bray did with that Sister Abigail was teach Luke Harper to smarten up. That is how some families work. See what happens when you decide to waste almost 10 seconds posing with your prey?
The beast is coming to feast.
No one likes a rhymer, Michael.
Eat, sleep.
Don't start, Corey. Just when you thought that Enzo Amore was not originally going to be in this match, WWE fucks with us and says, nope, he really is in this match.
Keep running, Enzo. Go home, Enzo.
First, Corey wants Enzo to come down to the ring just to get his ass kicked by Brock. Then when Enzo makes it to the ring, Corey wants him to go back, as though he has no idea what he wants Enzo to do.
Championship run in him. In order to...
Goldberg does his striking poses and does 3 of them, yet the pyro goes off 4 times.
And Lesnar's eliminated.
WWE is really pissing me off at this point by making Brock look like a little bitch compared to a 50-year-old man. Another reason why I'm not looking forward to their WrestleMania match at all. Not even a bit. The Undertaker likely appeared in his supernatural way because it would have taken him about 5 minutes to get into the ring, with number 30 running right past him.
Undertaker's back up. Undertaker.
With how quickly wrestlers like Goldberg and Brock Lesnar are eliminated in this match, it's amazing that they were considered favorites to win the whole thing. First of all, the countdown clock waited literally 4.5 minutes since number 29. If you're gonna have the countdown take forever as a hype to number 30, at least have number 30 be someone that no one even thought about to be in this match. Yeah, no one expected Roman Reigns, but he was already here earlier tonight, so we knew there was a slight chance. And WWE's trend on fooling us and messing with us at Royal Rumble matches continues for a 3rd freaking time. Fool us once, shame on you. Fool us twice, shame on us. Fool us 3 times, fuck you in the ass. You want to shove certain people down our throats? Well, eat these 30 sins that I just shoved down your throat.
One of his own, and Reigns and Undertaker.
When I watched Roman and Undertaker exchanging punches, the one thing that came in my head was the thought of these two possibly being father and son from seeing the very similar hairstyles.
Same.
I don't often agree with the WWE fans when they are butthurt, but in my opinion, this situation is way worse than the whole Daniel Bryan temper tantrum thing. Considering the fans are not calling this entire match bullshit, but the decision of the final entrance surprise.
Match. An incredible performance.
There we go again with that one moment that really pisses me off, when a wrestler throws another over the top rope and doesn't even bother to check just to make sure his opponent was eliminated. If WWE is trying to make Roman the next top face of the company, that's not the right path to do it. Also, Roman is doing The Rock's eyebrow raise taunt for some stupid reason, foreshadowing a match at WrestleMania that no one wants to see. That spear counter into the RKO was awesome. Remove another sin. As horrible as this Royal Rumble match was, at least the winner was unpredictable. But that's when I mentioned that this Rumble was horrible. Also, I made a deal on my Twitter that if the winner of this year's Royal Rumble was someone who already won it, I'd add in a 50 sin penalty. And I'm living by that promise. But if Randy was set to face Bray Wyatt for the WWE title at WrestleMania, why couldn't they have Bray Wyatt win the Rumble instead of Randy winning his second? At least it would foreshadow Bray rising to the top finally after all these years.